Now, today's video is about doing away with the gold digger, moocher tactics that so many people, and I mean, that sounds like an over exaggeration. I have met a lot of nice ladies that I have a lot of nice bar girls that don't turn into moochers, that don't turn into gold diggers. I've met a lot of single mothers that are normal, hardworking women that make their own money. And so it's just when you run into somebody who is a gold digger or moocher, or they have a family of gold diggers and moochers, it makes it so hard and it's so just difficult that you never want to run into it again. And a lot of people kind of have a little of those tendencies, even if they're what otherwise a nice woman, a good woman, hardworking woman. They have a little of those tendencies to just see how much they can get, how much more they can ask for. So first thing is, we're going to talk about both whether you go to the red light districts and uh, spend time with bar girls, or you date women, single mothers, working women of Thailand, because really and truthfully, there are ways to deal with the whole gold digging thing that all you have to do is implement some simple rules and don't go back on them. Now, one of the things about human beings, okay, first of all, men from the West are more, um, they're more starved for love than they've ever been before. I can relate to this. 10 years ago, before COVID and all that, in America, I would always have dates. I would date, two, three women a week. And very easy to get dates, very easy to enjoy dates. You could meet somebody for coffee, you could take a walk in the park, whatever. I mean, just to get out and do something and have the opportunity to possibly date someone was enough. And then I don't know, people went crazy with COVID and everything else. It became harder to spend time with women. They're very opinionated. They want their own way now. A lot of women, it's like you say, let's meet for coffee. Coffee? I have to get a babysitter for my kids and all this, and for a coffee? I want to go out to dinner at a nice place. And it's like, yeah, you're a true feminist. I'm sure you're going to pay your half too. But, anyways, it's just, I don't like the environment of dating in America. So I don't date. I haven't gone on a date in California in, I think, 3 years. It's not worth it to me. The expectations are so high. And you go out with a woman, and you would think, if you close your eyes and listen to her speak, you would think that you're sitting across from one of the Kardashians or something. And it's like you open your eyes, like, no, I'm not. There's a lady that looks very old and very large and very angry sitting across from me, expecting a lavish treatment, being white and dined. But that's the first thing. We are starved for love and affection and company from a woman. So that is playing into the whole gold digger thing, because we're easier targets than we've ever been before. The other thing is, when men used to be, I sound old when I say this, but men used to be men. Okay, when you decided in your mind, I'm not going to do this, you didn't do it. Period. That was the end of the story. Like my father used to say, when you say a horse is 10 feet tall, you stick with it. I equate it to eating fast food. A lot of people, the reason that they never quit eating fast food, even though it's not good for you, even though it's nowadays it's expensive, not good for you, not good for your health, not good for your waistline. There'll be people, oh, I'll try to cut down, or I'll try. That's a half-assed thing. No, if you decide you're not going to do something, that's what I tell my son all the time. It's like, you decided a long time ago he's a very healthy young man, very concerned about what he eats, health, and everything else. So a long time ago, he decided, I'm not going to eat fast food unless it's an emergency. Like I'm out in the middle of nowhere and that's the only thing to eat. I will not eat fast food, and he's done a really good job not eating fast food. And I say, it's because you made a decision not to do it. You didn't say, I'll try, maybe, or kinda, or whatever. You made an internal decision not to do it. And that's what you have to do when it comes to the whole gold digging moocher thing. You have to draw a line in the sand and say, I will not pass this line ever. Because if it does, it can cost me everything. First, we'll talk about bar girls, okay? Bar girls. The only way you empower them to take your money is when you see them more than once. You go out, you meet them in the bar, you spend the evening buying them drinks, then you bar find them, take them home to your back home, to your hotel, whatever. Um, Spend the night with them, and then comes a pivotal moment. Okay, do you say next, and you go to a new bar and meet a new lady and have a new encounter for the evening, or do you go back to her bar, the one you were with the night before? Because it's easier, it's established. And people, even though there's something exciting about someone new, people like the familiarness of someone they've already been with. It's it's like conquered territory, I guess, or whatever they look at it as. It's familiar and it's less stressful. You feel comfortable with her because you've already had a conversation with her, you've already spent the night with her, and now it's only going to get better because of the comfortableness comes on. Okay, but the problem is every time you see her, okay, every drink you buy after the first night, every hour you spend with her makes it easier for her to control you, makes it easier for her to manipulate you. So, what a lot of guys do is they have a great night. She's a good, nice lady, had a lot of fun at the bar, playing games and drinking and everything else. You went back to your hotel. She was great in bed. She had a lot of practice, buddy. But you switch phone numbers like you met your dream girl, and don't do that. Don't take her phone number. Don't give her yours. Okay, you want one girl, one night, one bar, and then move on. No callbacks, no second dates. Period. Because that's the way men get trapped. Is they get that familiar feeling. When you start getting familiar feelings combined with sex, it feels a lot like love. And when you're in love, you do some really stupid things. Many Thai houses have been bought or have been built because of those stupid feelings. Many Western men's fortunes have been squandered because of those familiar feelings. So you don't want to do that. One girl, one night, one bar, and then move on. Now, I will tell you a couple of things. When it comes to bars, don't do one girl, one night, and go back to the same bar. Because Thai people have a thing with saving face. And you can easily cause quite a stir if you go, you bar find a girl tonight, and then you go back, and either she's not there or she's there, and you decide, hey, that one's cuter, and you go with another girl. You will cause problems. I've done that twice. It's not. It really is. They get upset, and so, anyways, one girl, one bar, one night, and then move on. Okay. Now, when it comes to women you're dating, you can't have one girl one night and you move on because you're dating them. You're wanting to get to know them. You're trying to build a relationship. Where you're trying to build a relationship, you're going back. So you have to learn other ways to draw a line in the sand and have a way of dealing with gold digging and moochers. Okay. The way I do it is ask for one thing. Ask money for once. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's before we date, third date, fifth date, 10th date. Okay. Until I am stupid enough to ever get married again, if you ask me for anything until that time, it's over. I quit seeing you. That's it. And I let the woman know. It's like, I don't live with that thing. Okay. It may be Thai culture. It's not my culture. I don't live with it. I don't ask you for anything. What if, and then I'll turn around and it's like, hey, I have a friend coming to town. Can you spend the night with him? That's my culture. I like sharing my girlfriends with him. Is that okay with you? It's my culture. It's like, I know it's a little freaky. I know it's kind of very inappropriate, but hey, it's my culture. I know you're not used to it, but hey, you'll probably get used to it. He seems like a nice guy. No, it's like this culture shit thing. I appreciate the Thai culture and I respect it for the Thai person, but I don't have to become involved with it. Um, I don't expect her, if I'm dating a woman, I don't expect her to go get, go to the Lutheran church that I grew up in and convert. I don't expect her to uh, go to movies that only speak in English. I don't expect her to. I like the fact that she's Thai. I like her customs. I enjoy the difference, not the similarities. And so I want her to be herself. I want her to have her own customs. I want her to have her mind, make her own decisions, because that's what makes it the whole process fun. Is the differentness of us, not the similarities. So I feel the same way, about me. Don't ask me for money. I don't care what you think is custom. When it comes to my money, my rules apply to it. And if I decide that I'm going to help somebody, I will decide to help them on my own, not with any encouragement, not with any silent treatment, getting you to do it. If you do anything to try to push me to help somebody, I won't do it just out of, I don't want to say out of spite. That sounds like we're adversaries, but it's almost true. If you bug me about helping, your parents have a leaky roof and you bug me about helping with a leaky roof, I'll never, they'll be floating away before I'll give you money for their leaky roof. But if I come to it on my own decision and want to help them and I can do it without making them constant moochers and constantly thinking every problem they have, they can come to me to fix for them, then I might do it. But that's up to me. And so, simple rule, you don't want to have to deal with gold diggers and moochers. First of all, you're dealing with a bar girl, one night, one bar, move on. No second dates, no follow ups. Okay? You're dating a girl, and no number switching either with the bar girl. You're dating a girl, okay, the first time she asks you for anything, money, paying a bill, anything. I'm not talking, don't get ridiculous here, okay? If you ask her to meet you somewhere and she has to take a taxi, you should pay for the taxi, okay? They don't have the kind of money we have. They don't have money to basically get to where you are if you ask them to do it. You ask them to do it, you pay for it. But the way you pay for it is very important. If you've, said, okay, meet me at the mall, okay, and she's out at her house and she has to take a taxi to the mall, then you go out, meet the taxi, and pay them. You don't give her money for it, because there's a good chance when she tells you how much it is, there's going to be a little service fee in there for her paying for it for you. So you go out to the car and you say thank you. You give them the money and pay for it. You've been a proper gentleman, okay, but you've not been a stupid gentleman. The same thing, you have to watch. You have to be on your guard and realize the tendencies that people have. I'm running into this now. It's now June, middle of June, coming to the end of June, and I'm going to be on my next trip to Thailand in August. So it's starting to come up. I'm getting excited, And if any of you maybe want to meet, and get a cup of coffee or beer, let me know. But one of the things that I'm starting to run into is I've been talking to some ladies, and there's 3-4 ladies that look like they could be a potential girlfriend. They seem very nice. They haven't asked for anything. They have good jobs. They seem to be very nice people. But some of them live in towns that are, kind of outside the area of where I'm going to be. So we've talked about them catching a flight and then me picking them up in Bangkok, Pattaya, whatever. And a couple of them have started, like sending travelers guides to islands that have, nice resorts on them and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I don't play that game. It's like, it's like, it's exciting at first to come and meet you. But then it's like, well, I'm going to take off some days. This could be my vacation for the year kind of thing. And, all of a sudden it's like, oh, we could stay at this resort. We could go here or there. And it's like, you know what? Meeting each other is the thing. Okay. I don't want to be booked on tours and going and doing stuff every hour of the day. Meeting you and spending time with you is the purpose for us meeting. It's not your entertainment or my entertainment as far as travel goes. So, people have to understand that. And you have to remind people, because it is really easy, because a lot, I hate to say it, in the case with Thai women that work, they're not, some of them are fairly well paid, but they're not rolling in it, from the work, from the pay that they get from their work. And so a lot of people do. They see it as an opportunity to do something they don't normally get to do and normally could afford to do. So it's understandable. But it's also, you have to keep an eye on it, because it starts becoming, what you're doing is more important than who you are. What you can bring them as far as fun goes is more important than them caring about you. And so you have to remember that, okay? The other thing is, whether it's a bar girl or a woman that you meet, it's, you have to make up your mind. These are hard and fast rules. It doesn't matter what, how cute the girl is, how good she is in bed, anything else. Now, the other thing is, you have to realize what happens. Okay, let's take the case of the bar girl. Why I say don't get her phone number. The bar she works. If you really, if you find that she left her earring or watch or something in your room and you want to return, the bar she works, you can go by and drop it off for her. Give it to the mama son, she'll get it. But that's not why you get her phone number. You get her phone number because okay? I know, we all know how it goes. You all know why you get the girl's phone number. You get the girl's phone number just in case, okay? But that leaves the door open, because if let's say, okay, 2 days after you have this date, you take the girl home, you have a nice romantic evening with her, you say goodbye, okay? 2 days after that, now, you don't have her number. The only way to contact her is go way down to the bar she works at. She may not be there, all that stuff. Makes it hard, okay? But you have her number in your pocket. 2 days later, you've set up a date with a lady you met at the mall. Just not a bar girl, just a regular girl, okay? Now, she has a problem with her child and can't make it that night. So she cancels your plans. Now, you're all bummed because you got nothing to do, okay? Now, you're ready for a date, but, to go to the bar and go clear across town to the bar that you were at is a pain. They're all alone, but you have the girl's number. It's really easy to call her and set up everything on the phone to where she can bar find herself coming, to your house. She can off work. She comes later, whatever. If you've been with her once, she'll make plans for you to, meet up, because it's one step closer to when she started asking for money. So by not having her phone number, you make it hard. If you could forget where she worked, that would even be better, but it's not possible. So that's, don't get her number. Don't give her yours. When a regular, single mom, regular working lady next door kind of Thai lady asks you for something, it's over. It's not over, but then she was really cute and she was really good in bed, so I'm going to call her. No, it's over, done. You know the path that's going to be taken if you call her and you get back with her. You're going to be asked for stuff all the time, and you're going to end up breaking up sooner or later, and it's going to be a lot more hurtful than it is now. So just It's like yanking off a Band-Aid. Get it over with. And then don't put the Band-Aid back on to yank it over a second time. So anyways, if you like the video, like and subscribe. If you have any questions about my book, it's available at Amazon.com. If you want to contact me, like I said, I am coming to Thailand in August, middle of August. If you want to contact me about possibly getting together, I always like meeting people that look at the channel. So the email address is on both the beginning and the end of the video. And good luck.